Most listings don't fail because of marketing. They fail because the seller loses confidence. The sellers don't lose confidence from no offers. They lose confidence from silence and vagueness. So in this video, I'm going to show you the exact weekly progress updates that I provide to my sellers each and every week. It's a 5 to 8 minute Loom video backed by one simple page report. This is the system that keeps sellers calm, makes pricing conversations easier, and stops that dreaded "so what's happening next" text that you receive on a Friday or a Saturday night. I'll even walk you through the exact wording I use because words matter. If we haven't met, my name is Liam Swords. I'm a residential real estate for over 24 years and I've sold over 1,000 homes. And one thing I know about this business, if you want to last in residential home sales, you have to list and sell a lot of property. And the more properties you list, the more stress and hassle and chaos it can bring if you don't have a plan. So I have you set up right now with a plan to keep sellers happy and motivated and selling those homes. Let's get into it right now. Here's the part where most agents miss. The weekly update isn't service, it's a sales prevention because the seller is always selling themselves on one of two narratives. Narrative one, my agent has a plan. We're positioned well and it's simply a timing game. Or narrative number two, which sadly a lot of sellers spend their time is, my agent's not working. They just put a sign on the lawn and they hope it's going to sell. I'm panicking right now. Your job is to control the narrative every single day. And this update helps you with that by providing a 7-day update. Your job is to control the narrative. If you want more listings, this is how you earn them while your listing is active. Sellers don't refer you because you're niche. They refer you because you're clear and decisive when it matters. The rule: every update must answer 3 questions. What's happening? So facts and data, not feelings. Number 2, what it means, your interpretation as the experienced realtor doing this day in and day out. What is your interpretation of the data? And number 3, and what you're doing next. If you skip step number 2, you sound simply like a receptionist just giving data numbers if you're not interpreting it. If you skip number 3, you sound uncertain. Confidence closes listings and maintains happy sellers. This is the exact setup, folks. 1-page progress report. I use Google Slides. I find it the most easy, friendly type of format to use, but you can use anything really. The format though is you need to record using a Loom video. Loom is a service which does a screen share. There's a free version. There's also a paid version. I personally like the paid version because you can highlight and scroll and circle over things. And I just like the visual dynamic when I'm trying to explain something. So I'm recording anywhere from a 5 to 8 minute Loom video sent every week, same day, same rhythm. The consistency is the point. You're training your seller. I'm on it. I'm sifting through all of the data and I'm steering us in the right direction. The weekly progress update framework. How I open the Loom sets the tone. The script is like this. Hi, seller's name. Hope you're doing well. I wanted to send you a quickly progress update. I'm going to walk you through exactly what's happening and what the market is saying to us and what I recommend we do next. That sentence matters. It tells them you're organized, you're tracking, you're going to make recommendations, not just simply spew out a report. First part, the scoreboard, facts that calm sellers. So on the screen, you have the report date, the list date, how many days the property's been on the market, total number of showings to date, any upcoming showings that are taking place, any open houses, what the listing price is. What I say is today, and an example, I would say today, January 26th. We came on the market on January 15th. So we're on the market a total of 11 days today. We've had a total of 3 showings and we've also had 3 open houses. Then immediately I do interpretation. So 3 showings is progress and I'm happy to report that to you. That being said, based on the level of inventory right now, all of our clicks and activity online, we have a lower amount of showings to ratio of clicks online. That's a little bit concerning to me. So it's not that we're hitting the panic button, we're not pulling out the red flag, but that is something that I'm going to be tracking week over week. If our showings don't increase and our clicks online continue at the rate they're going, it's sharing that there's a disconnect between our current list price and the current market. But right now, we're going to keep moving forward. Open houses. we have to make a decision. We don't want to keep doing the stuff that just every other agent is doing. We also want to create a sense of urgency for the buyers coming through. My advice on open houses is the first week or two, we host open houses because that is when we're going to have the most amount of activity. To manage expectations with my sellers, the likelihood that a buyer actually walks through the open house and buys the property at the open house is like less than 1%. It's usually buyers that are just starting their process. They're thinking like 12, 18 months down the line to buy the property. What the open house does do though, it creates a psychological push for anyone that is watching the property. Like, oh honey, there's an open house coming up this Sunday. We better buy it before someone else does. I'll give you a live example. One of my clients right now, I showed them a property on Wednesday and there was an open house on Sunday. They went through the open house on their own and they took a look at it. It was flooded with people. They called me after the open house, said, Liam, we got to buy this property. There's so many people. I educated them on the likelihood of the actual buyer coming through that open house. And probably it was a lot of nosy neighbors that were just coming through to look at the home. And sure enough, that's what it was. The open house is designed to psychologically push anyone who's looking to get them off the fence and move forward. That's why the first and second week of properties on the market, we host open houses. We don't recommend to our sellers to host open houses week over week over week. It just makes the property look desperate and stale at that point. You don't want to flood the market. You want to control and interpret what's happening. And oh, by the way, I'm in the process of building a private community for residential real estate agents just like you, who want to scale without burning out. If you want more time, better systems, and a predictable business year over year, instead of this constant feast or famine cycle, I'll drop a link below. Be sure to check it out. No pressure, just something I'm building for agents who want to work smarter, not longer. All right. Back to the good stuff. Second part, competition overview. This is probably my favorite and most important part of my weekly update is the competition overview. See, I have this belief on real estate sales is real estate sells real estate. And I use a market to help guide how our property's doing and how we're priced. So when anything new comes on the market, I'm previewing that property, reporting back to my seller and letting them know. And then each week as new property comes on, as it sells, we're using that as full-blown intelligence in assessing why are they getting activity, why are they selling, and we only have 3 showings. So you need to pivot the mindset for your seller that they're not just singular focused on their property. We need to look at the entire market. Like, what are the other buyers doing? And are they choosing other homes over your homes? So my script goes just like this. Last week, there were 9 competing homes. This week, there's 10. That matters because buyers look at everything on the market and then make a good quality informed decision on what is the best value. Then they pick the one and hopefully it's ours. But if it's not, we need to understand why. So in your example, you do it perfectly. Same price, older home, but bigger lot and a pool. Here's how to deliver without just rambling on. I want to show you the newest competition property that just hit the market. It's listed exactly the same price we are. It's an older home, about 20 years older than we are, but it has 2 things that some buyers will value: a larger premium lot and an in-ground pool. Then you anchor your seller. The good news, your home is newer, more modern, and presents better. The challenge, at the same price point, that pool and the lot premium are a value differentiator that people will pay more money. So people will be using your property to sell that property. Notice the calm, factual, non-defensive, non-fear-based approach. This is where you become the market interpreter. So you leave it there. You plant the seed. The beautiful thing about this whole Loom video weekly update is it's a recorded video. And we have analytics with our Loom video that we can see that our clients look at these videos probably 2 or 3 times. So it's something that you can record, you can get out, and they're gonna go through it on their own time. It's not like a forced conversation where you're like, we need to drop the price. This other property came on the market. You're simply updating them and giving your professional opinion on what is happening and what is about to happen. And they, on their own time, can watch it over and over and then follow back up with you and let you know how they would like to proceed. The third part, market activity. So the buyer psychology. Now you explain the invisible part. So the script. When a buyer sees 10 similar options, they don't rush. They delay. They wait for the market to make the decision for them, usually through price. That's the psychology. Then you add the seller-friendly truth. Top dollar isn't the number we pick. It's a byproduct of where the market clears. That line keeps you honest and keeps you grounded. The fourth and final part to my update is my feedback summary. This is where most agents mess it up. They read feedback like it's a personal review. They loved it. They thought the paint colors were awesome. They couldn't share how much they loved the size of the ensuite bathroom. No one really cares about that. What the seller needs to know is, what did the market think of our price in relation to the current market itself? Here's what the feedback is consistently telling us. The layout and location is strong. The presentation is strong. The only reoccurring friction point is price relative to current competition. See, there's 3 reasons why property doesn't sell: condition, location, and price. The only one that really is in a seller's control is price. Like location, you're not going to pick up your home and move it to a more desirable area. Like, that just doesn't make any sense. And condition, in this market, you're not going to spend $50,000 and then put it on the market the next day and hope to get that $50,000 back. So really, the only factor in your control as a seller is price. Then I reference a couple of actual feedback. So in my Loom video, I'm looking at all of the different showings, all of the different feedback, and then I will reference some specific feedback. Look at this one. And the script goes like this. We had feedback right here. They love the premium lot facing the park. Another group loved the space and the bathrooms, but they said the challenge is the price in today's market. You're not reading a diary, you're presenting them actual data. And on this, like you're probably tracking with me and seeing all this, I don't hold all of my feedback for my weekly update. As soon as I get feedback from showings that take place in the week, I send it out immediately. But in my weekly progress update, I have all of my feedback written in, and then I can reference it there. And what I'm gonna do for you, because there's a lot here, is I'm gonna include a PDF of my exact weekly progress update. Be sure to check it out below. I'll offer a link, no opt-in, free. Take it, scrape it, obviously change price, address, all of that, but it's my gift to you and will allow you to move faster in these conversations with sellers and get quicker price reductions if the market is telling you. A lot of this is just simply helping your seller feel comfortable with the current market that they're in right now. The example I was using, this property was on for 11 days on the market. So a script I would use is, we're not in panic mode. We've only been on the market for 11 days. However, 3 showings based upon the current activity online in terms of number of clicks, that ratio's off. And the 3 showings that did take place, the feedback that people are saying is, beautiful home. It's just in relation to all of the other homes they saw, the price seemed high. So it would be appropriate for the seller to consider potentially repositioning the price with respect to the market to maintain the momentum. However, a lot of sellers will want to wait another week or so to confirm and justify if it's really priced, and that's totally fine. It's up to the seller to make that decision. You, as a professional realtor, are there to give them the facts and the data so they can make good quality decisions. And as you close out on your Loom video, I always say, you're in the driver's seat. It's your home. You're paying me to interpret the market and give you the best recommendation so you can make good quality decision. That sentence protects the relationship and keeps you as the trusted advisor. It's not this big like hammering away on your seller and like beating them up on price. You're not. You're simply giving them the facts they need to make good quality decisions. Close out the Loom with next steps. Never end with, let me know. End with a clear path. I'm going to send you the report right now. If you want to talk through it, reply to the email and we'll set up a quick call. Otherwise, here's what we're doing next. We stay active, we keep tracking the competition, we collect feedback, and we decide if you want to adjust the price. We do it strategically, not emotionally. Thanks. Talk soon. Short, clean, and confident. And to summarize, this weekly Loom seller update does 4 things. It reduces seller stress. It speeds up tough conversations around price. It differentiates you from every other agent who doesn't have a set check-in. It controls your time. So you're not playing reactive and defense like, oh, there's my seller calling again. I better have an update. I train my sellers from the very beginning, even before I take the listing, that I have a progress update every single Tuesday for them. So they're expecting it. It's all about controlling your time. As I said at the beginning of this video, I'm in the business of helping you as a realtor run a better, more scalable business and get off that hamster wheel of this feast or famine. This is one way you can do it, of controlling your time and making sure you have a set update for your sellers each and every Tuesday. This is how you compound and scale your business. And as I've shared, I've included an exact template of mine of my progress update that I send out on a weekly basis. Be sure to check it out. It's down below in the description. There's no opt-in. It's a free link from me to you. And if you're serious about winning more listings without discounting your commission, you need to check out my next video right here, where I break down the 10 habits I had to quit to start generating over $1 million a year in gross commission income.